Tory Lanez has been one of the most iconic R&B artists of this generation. His latest album, Peterson, has inspired me to get into my emotional R&B bag. Today I'm going to show you how I make crazy R&B soul samples, Tory Lanez. If you like this sample, I got plenty more just like it in my latest loop kit, Nocturnal. Link to that loop kit will be available down below in the description. Make sure to hit that subscribe button too if you want to see more videos like this one. Let's get to it. So this sample right here is in the key of A minor. And it's at 92 BPM right now. And so the sound that we use is a little piano. So this is from Ariah's Sound. This is Analog Live Bank R&B Essentials. This is soprano's key sound. Which I hear this little piano sound just alone. Cold as hell. So this whole progression, it's a 1-7-6-6-5-4 progression. So I'm gonna show y'all right now. I'm actually gonna invert these chords. I inverted them a little bit. So I'll show you guys what I did to them first. So when I say 1-7-6-6-5-4, just means in the scale of A minor. If you turn this little snap to scale on in the top left, it's like a little music note. If you turn that on, you can't go out of key. Clutch, remember that joint? But yeah. So since you can't go out of key, all these white notes, or see these little like white and then kind of darker little things right here. The white ones aren't in key, so I gotta know. Because once the snap to scale is on, you can't go out of key. It's just gonna sound the white notes. And when I say 1-7-6-6-5-4, it means that the 1 is your A right here, and if you go down, that's your 7. Go down one more, it's your 6. And then 5, 4, again, a little 3, 2, 1, and the other octave. So that's what I mean. So when I say 1-7-6 in the scale of A minor, that is an A minor. I did 9th chords for this one, mind you, to make the chords more full. We had 9th chords, which just means that there are 5 notes in each of these chords. We're gonna go A minor 9th for our first chord. Then we got G major 9th for our second chord. We got F major for our third chord. Then for the next 4 bars of our 8-bar loop, we start off with that same F major 9th chord. Then we go down to an E minor 9th chord. Then we got a D minor 9th chord, whole progression. So what I did is I actually inverted some of these notes. Inverted these top 2 notes of the first 2 chords since they're outliers kind of. These 4 right here are all kind of outliers, so I inverted them to make them closer together and in the midst of all these notes, because it just sounds better to the ear if the notes are played more closer together. So I inverted those down, just hit highlight them, then hit control down. Then these last 2 notes, the root notes of the last 2 chords of the whole 8-bar progression, inverted those up. So just highlight and control up, and boom, there's the whole progression right here. I did add, I think it's a ½ bar of space at the end, just to add space, because space is beautiful and it kills in R&B. Also, there's this correlation that I've come upon, minor to major chord correlation and major to minor chord correlation. It just works really well. Like right here, we have a minor chord to major major, then we have a major chord to minor minor. It just works really well. Like the correlation once you play them after one another, it's just always hits. So that's another little clutch tip. I try and keep my chord progression simple. So in every 4-bar loop, I try to have no more than 3 to 4 chord hits. You know, like there's 3 chords playing right here. I try to have no more than 3 to 4 for every 4 bars. It's 4 bars to keep it simple. And so these bass notes of mine are the original root notes. It's the same except for these are just these notes right here. Original root notes are my bass notes, and I have 2 layers just to make the whole progression sound a little more full. And yeah, after that, man, as you guys can probably see, but I did strum them. So what you do is just hit Control A to highlight all the chords. Then you hit Alt S. Now bring up the strumizer and you just play with these strumming. I already did it, so. But then after they're all highlighted, or highlight them again, or just keep them highlighted and then click Alt R to randomize the velocities. I already randomized them too. I just press this velocity knob right here. Play with it. I play with it and leave it around like 48%. Another really cool tip too, before you randomize them, is to take them all the way down to what, it's like 56% range and shit like that. You'll see a line at FL Studio. That's really clutch. Minus, what is it, 56% range. I take them all down there. So for example, I'll all be the same level and then I'll take them down. I think it's down here. And then I'll randomize them. Just so that all of them hit softer off rip, you know. Now for this pad sound, I went in that same R&B Essentials Analog Lab Bank from Ariah's Sounds, and we got this Avoid pad. I'll let you guys hear this joint. Very atmospheric Tory Lanez vibe for sure. So all I did for this one is I copied the exact same chords from the original piano progression, and all I did was take out the bass notes. So there's no bass notes, exact same chords. Keeping it simple, you feel me? Right now, I'm actually gonna dive into the effects for the piano and the pad. So for the piano, man, all I have on this effect rack is Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 30%. I have a fruity parametric EQ, taking out some lows, taking out some low mids, and taking out a lot of highs. EQ to very like indie, you feel me? And for this pad, we got a Valhalla Vintage Verb at 45% mix, and we got a little EQ, taking out some lows, low mids, and cutting out a little bit of highs for this little pad. Then I got a little melody going on, man. This melody's cold. I want you guys hear it. Dude, that shit is cold. So the sound is actually from the same kit, Araya Sounds R&B Essentials, Analog Lab Bank. This is the Tweaker synth lead. This shit is cold. I just wanted something that is like a beautiful whining lead that Tory Lanez could definitely sing over. As you can see, this melody is super simple. It's just kind of like stepping down each time. And I did switch it up, so it's not really the same on both sides, but yeah, kind of just stepping down each time. Yeah, that shit is a beautiful ass sound. Sound selection is huge. If y'all liking the video so far, I mean, a word to me if y'all hit that subscribe button. Shameless plug too, my latest Loop Kit Nocturnal just came out. You want to check that out for some dope R&B samples. The link to that kit will be available in the description down below. Let's get back to the video. So for the melody, what I did is I have this Fruity Delay 3 set as a high-end cutoff. So basically, try to basically repeat for this tip by trying to time knob all the way down, level knob all the way down, and dry knob all the way down. And then I mess with this cutoff. And this cutoff kind of acts as like the high-end cutoff. So it's like a low-pass filter, you know? So yeah, I use that. And after that effect, I have a Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 50%. And an EQ taking out some lows, low mids, and cutting out some highs too. And I got a little bass line to tie that little Tory R&B sound all together. This bass is again Araya Sounds R&B Essentials Analog Lab Bank. It is the Done It synth bass. This shit is hard, so I'll show y'all. Dude, that shit is cold, man. So I basically just did the same root notes, original root notes, bass notes, and I just added some little transition notes. Keep it simple, just adding some variation in the bass. I love adding simple variation transition notes in the bass. Kind of always like a lot, but yeah. So for the bass little effects, man, got Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 10% mix. Cool. Then I got a little EQ, taking out some, like barely any lows, but taking out a good amount of low mid, cutting out some highs for sure. For my third section, I got a little second melody. The second melody just to switch things up a little bit. So this is our, it's in Araya Sounds, same little, it's Araya Sounds R&B Essentials one-shot kit, and it is his Gotcha lead one-shot. So I got a little one-shot for this sound. This shit is cold, let you guys hear it. Cold. Yeah, shit is cold, man. So it's just a simple little step down melody. Just like down do 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 do. Yeah, super simple. And I messed with these two notes. These are the only two notes that changed. So keeping it simple, kind of just copying the whole thing over and just changing two notes. But yeah, simplicity is key, bro. Super simple step down. Now I will show you how I mix that joint. So for that sound, same Fruity Delay 3 high-end cutoff little thing. So I act as a low-pass filter. Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 40% mix. You got a Fruity Parametric EQ taking out lows, low mids, and some highs for sure. And then for the second and fourth section, I did filter out the piano. So just the same original piano with all the effects on it. I bounced that to audio, so it has the effects on it. And I added some more effects on it to make it like super filtered. And I'll let y'all hear right now. Forgot to mention with the melody, so yeah, that shit is cold, bro. So I'll let you guys know the effects on that. So with all the original effects of the original piano, on top of that, I have Decimort with the MPC60 preset, a cutoff of 2.700 hertz. After that, Fruity Reverb 2 with the wet knob set at 25%. EQ taking out some lows, low mids, and rolling off some highs. This EQ I think is just for leveling. Yeah, it's just for leveling. But yeah, that is cold, man. And to tie it all together, really Tory Lanez-esque, I got this little Gabe Lucas. Sorry, this Gabe Lucas vocal sample. Beautiful, bro. But that is from Araya Sounds' same vocal kit. It's called Love Songs Vocal Kit Araya Sounds. But this is Gabe Lucas's vocal sample, which is beautiful. Spent too long in the cold. Back outside, I'm back outside. Then for the second section, I did pitch it up. And then for my fourth section, I did drown it out. Beautiful. Now I'll show y'all how I mix them joints. So for the original vocal, what I have is this RC2092 Transition 2 preset. It is set at 25% mix in my mixer rack. After that, I have a Holla Vintage verb set at 35% mix, waves H delay, set at a half bar with ping pong mode turned on, and that joint is set at 50% mix in my effect rack. Then I have an EQ. Shoot, I don't think you can see it. Cool. This EQ, kind of crazy, taking out some lows, low mids, and rolling off some highs for sure. And then for this high pitch vocal sample, what I did is I have that same audio, all the effects on it, I bounced that out to audio. So I kept the effects on it, and then on top of those effects, I added the same Decimort MPC60 preset, but I have another cut at 11,000 hertz this time. On top of that, I have a Holla Vintage verb set at 20%. I have a pretty parametric EQ, cutting out some lows, low mids, and rolling out some highs. And then for this drowned out vocal, I have this so this is the original vocal too, with all those effects on it as well. So I have this added on top, the MPC60 preset and Decimort, but they cut, I believe, is 3,500 hertz. Holla Vintage verb set at 30%. I got waves H delay set at half a bar, ping pong mode turned on, but that one set at 100% mix in my effect rack. Then I got Shaper Box, that's with this little volume one. Volume tab. I got the sidechain 1 preset turned on. So I do a Shaper Box and this EQ taking out some lows, hella low mids, and rolling on some highs. And this EQ just for leveling. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little of this the full sample one time, but yeah, that's all there is to it.